You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, B&B fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your Friday, September 1st episode info where we have Ridge absolutely shocking Liam as we end the week on our favorite CBS soap, but there's going to be more than one shocker. Yeah, I know, I still sound ick. I'm fighting off the strep still. I appreciate your thoughts and prayers and nice comments that you made, and I'm just looking forward to the weekend, y'all. All right, so just a little context before we go into the Friday spoilers. On Bald and the Beautiful on Thursday, August 31st, Steffy started her day over at the Forrester mansion, flipping through a rare artifact, an actual paper newspaper, while she was having her morning coffee with Grandpa Eric. Of course, that was a very nice touch to spread it out and cover up her huge baby bump. And Ridge is there too, and then things kind of got weird. Did you guys notice when Eric couldn't remember the name of Steffi's son? And she had to tell him, it's Hayes. Weird, right? We did a standalone video. We published it yesterday, but you can also look for it on our Bold playlist about whether there is something else, something much worse wrong with Eric aside from this little arthritis thing that he's dealing with. All right. We also had Steffy telling Ridge and Eric, hey, you know, it's time for me to go home to Finn. Ridge doesn't like it. But she says Finn vowed to protect her. Eric's like, she's a stubborn Forrester woman. You got to let her go. And speaking of her hubby, Finn, there was a showdown with him and Liam on Thursday as well. We are about to tell you everything that's happening on Friday that we know from official spoilers. But if you haven't already, please reach down and click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. So I don't know if you guys noticed that, I know some of you did just looking at comments, that you noticed that Liam called Finn John. His given name, of course, is John Finnegan, but no one calls him that. So it was kind of snippy, kind of a slap at him, like, I'm not going to call you by your preferred name. I do wonder if actor Scott Clifton, who plays Liam, was ad-libbing because Tanner Novlan, who plays Finn, had ad-libbed that little puke thing that has set on fire all across the Twitterverse, and everybody's laughing about it. In the comments here, everybody likes to call him Little Puke, but yeah, so I just am curious, but even if we start calling him John, that's, who cares, right? All right. So they bantered back and forth. Finn's like, stay away from my wife. Liam's like, oh, you're not the boss of me. Essentially, that wasn't quite their dialogue. I think mine got to the point faster. And Liam kept beating on that Sheila drum. And Finn says, I know you're trying to use that to ruin my marriage. And just by the way, what is up with these men? Liam's telling Finn he has to prove to everyone that Sheila can't get to him, and Liam says Finn's got to run her out of LA. Since when is Liam in charge of Finn's to-do list, right? He and Ridge and Carter are all acting like over-enthused mall cops lately. That's the way I see them. Liam doesn't get to tell him what to do, you know? And Sheila told Deacon she's going to make a move to reunite with her son today. And as the Thursday episode ended, we had Steffy heading back over to Malibu while Finn was putting away all the takeout containers because he's been over there alone. And they reunited with a tearful and jubilant kiss. But everything is going to blow up on Friday. So the official Bold spoilers for Friday, September 1st, have Steffy and Finn enjoying their blissful reunion at the Cliff House. They're canoodling. The kids don't seem to be there yet, but Steffy made her move home official by telling her dad and granddad earlier that day. So we're going to get some epic canoodling for our favorite smush name couple, Sin, but there is a fly in the ointment coming, and its name is Sheila Carter. So there's an undated spoiler in the latest edition of the Soap magazine, but I believe it's going to start on Friday, September 1st and carry over into next week because, you know, every scene takes at least 2 episodes, sometimes a whole week's worth. So I'm expecting to see it at least 2 days. All right, and that is that Sheila has left Deacon's and she's gone over to lurk around the Malibu house. Looks like she's hoping for a chance to see her son, her grandson Hayes, maybe chat up Finn. But Finn and Steffy spot Sheila. and she freaks out and she kind of takes off. And Finn gives chase, even though Steffy doesn't want him to, but Finn says he wants this over once and for all. So he brings Sheila back and he wants to make this public and in front of Steffy so he can show her, I'm doing what you ask. I'm going to give my mom the heave-ho, just like I promised. All right, there's a little more happening in this scene. I'm going to tell you about it in 1 second. If you haven't already, please comment. We love your comments. We read them all. Our international fans, our Canada fans, our U.S. listeners, thank you so much. Please click like if you enjoyed this bold full weekly spoilers edition, and definitely subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any of our bold updates. All right, so this Sheila, Finn, Steffy thing, I definitely feel like this scene's going to carry over into Monday. Sheila and Steffy have this big showdown, and the fashionista is terrified. She is scared for herself and her children and her husband. I mean, Sheila almost killed her and Finn. There's no grace in her heart for Sheila, and why should there be? I mean, realistically, but Sheila's going to be very manipulative, and she's going to try and get Finn to soften up towards her because Steffy is not going to bend on this issue, not one bit. Finn is Sheila's only chance to stay involved in his life and Hayes' life. And the thing is, if Finn wavers at all in his conviction to shut Sheila out of his life totally, this could be a deal breaker for their marriage, no matter how much they love each other, which they clearly do. So we're going to talk about that more in the weekly and 2-week spoilers. Keep an eye here for those videos coming soon. And Friday, we may have a little bit of Ridge and Liam, but I think that's going to be more into next week. We'll have the weekly spoilers here in just a minute. This, of course, was the full episode spoilers for Friday, September 1st. Shout out to everybody in the U.S. and Canada, also Norway, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, the Netherlands, France, and I just spotted a new listener from Italy. Thank you for joining us. Welcome aboard. Thanks for tuning in. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.